That's why I'm trying to make a better way. Whole new crib in a better place. Get my people out the hood, we'll see better days. Tell a fan sorry, y'all let them wait. Shit up there like a Saturday. Listen to me how I beat the speed up like a battle.
Yo, what up, guys? This is your boy Kofi with KO Sports Talk. Back at it with another video, man. We're back at it with another video, man. It's been a minute since I did a live, man. And as you can see by the title, we are smoking on this Raptors pack, bro. And you already know it's demon time, Kofi, man. Shoot. Bro, I don't know if y'all saw my my little short, but like I said, man, don't save these hoes, bro, for real. Don't save these hoes. It's a long story, but I'll say this. Long story short, dude, I dated, if you can call it a date or whatever, but I dated this single mother, and we had our little fun. Had my little fun with her, and one day she wanted me to pay for another dude's child's diaper, and I said no. She gave me an attitude. I told her, I checked her on it. If you don't change your attitude, I ain't gonna mess with you. And long story short, this 304 or this hoe exposed her true colors. And I was like, man, F this hoe, man. I'm not going to deal with you. And yesterday, she was blowing up my line, right after, we had this argument. She was telling me, I slept with another dude, whatever. And whatever. I told her, man, go ahead. I'm sending you off to the streets, man, where you belong. So, like I said, guys, man, don't save these 304s. Don't, especially some of these single mothers, because you don't want to put yourself in that situation. Have your fun and run. Have your fun and run. Most of these single mothers are only used for recreational use only. Don't take them serious. Send them off to the streets. I sent her ass off to the streets. I quickly blocked her. And past couple of days, man, she's been freaking blown on my line. I'm not answering, but it is what it is. But that's not the point, guys. I want to talk about the Chicago Bulls, man. The Chicago Bulls, man. I don't know if you see my background, but that is the MVP of yesterday's game. As you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, that's DeMar DeRozan's daughter, DR DeRozan. She was the MVP yesterday. The Raptors, man, they were killing us, bro. They were killing us in three-point shooting. I also put the link up. If anybody wants to come in, you can come in. But yesterday, the Raptors, they were killing us. They were killing us badly. They were up by 10 points going into halftime. The Bulls, they weren't making their threes. They weren't making their threes that much. And halfway to like the third quarter, they were up by 19. Pascal Siakam was going off. What's his name? Now I'm forgetting his name. Oh my gosh, I wasn't ready for this live. But Pascal Siakam literally was going off. Fred VanVleet, he was popping threes. Their center, I'm already forgetting his name. Their center was getting down low, banging boards. They had more size on us, and what they were doing is that they're trying to take Nikola Vucevic off from the post, because when Nikola Vucevic is damn near in the post, he's very deadly. And so what they're doing is that they're rotating him off the post and putting him on the weak side. So when a player goes into the post, when he's going into the post on the weak side, when he's getting them off on the weak side, that has a chance for the player to cut inside and get to the basket. And vice versa, like if you're able to get him, in the middle of the lane, you can have a player cut, or you can get one of their big men to come inside, right? And that's another thing that they're killing us on. They're killing us on boards, and they're pretty much getting Nikola Vucevic off on the weak side, and it freaking worked. Hold on for a sec. And hold on. 19. Okay. Yeah. So hold on. Let me change it real quick. 109. 192. Okay, cool. To Chicago Bulls. But I'm not going to be here too long. Like I said, I'm not going to be here too long. I'm probably going to cut this probably to 20 or 30 minutes because I got some things I got to do later on. But like I said, man, so like going into the middle of the third quarter, they were up by damn near 19 points. And the first quarter, going into like the third quarter, middle of the third quarter, the Bulls were not playing with too much energy. The first half really only Kobe White was pretty much the only one who was pretty much giving us any chance at pretty much just leveraging us to be competitive. Because at one point it was like 25-29 in the first quarter, and then going into the second quarter, the Raptors, they were just running away with the lead. They were literally just running away with the lead. So, so going toward the end of the halftime, Fred VanVleet, he made like a 30-foot, like a 40-foot shot, buzzer beater, and it didn't really look good. And going into the third quarter, the Raptors, they were just playing damn near the way they've been playing the first two quarters, of the game. And then they took the lead by 19. Now going toward the end, like I'd say mid third quarter, so like maybe within like 6 to 7 minutes or 5 minutes, the Bulls, they started tightening up. They started like I don't know what Billy Donovan did in that locker room, but the Bulls defense, they started tightening up. They started making adjustments. So pretty much what they did is that they only pretty much allowed they only played Kobe White and Patrick Williams. So Patrick Williams, he was pretty much just playing the post. And so that kind of threw them off because pretty much their game plan was to pretty much get Nikola Vucevic out of the post. And then when you get the chance, you got to cut inside and then make the layup. And if that doesn't work, you could kick it back out into the weak side and then to an open wingman or to an open shooter. So Billy Donovan, he knew what they were doing. He made that adjustment. He pretty much put, Patrick Williams like going into the post. And for a second, that started working. That was working. Zach LaVine too, man, was pretty much just playing deadly. Zach LaVine had 39 points. He had, I think, 9 points in the first half, and then pretty much the second half, he just took over. Like, he had 30 points in the second half. Fourth quarter, he was freaking clutch, man. He started clutching up. DeMar DeRozan, he had 23 points. He was playing pretty well in the first half, and then kind of the second half, he kind of dwindled down because Zach LaVine was pretty much taking the brunt of the load in the scoring, and he was going off. Zach LaVine, He's earning his keep. He's earning his money. Shout out to Zach LaVine for playing a great game. Hopefully he can keep that up against the Miami Heat. Patrick Beverley, he made a crucial three with a minute 30 going down toward the end of the game. Who else? Made some key defensive stops. Alex Caruso made some key defensive stops. Toronto, they were just really turning the ball over. And another thing that killed them, like I said, DeRozan, she's the MVP, was because Toronto, they missed damn near half of their free throws. I'm like, in a critical game like this, in a win or go home situation, when you're playing at home, you are expected to make all your free throws. The freaking Toronto Raptors, I'll give you this, made 9 of 18. 9 of 18 free throws. I repeat, 9 of 18 free throws. The entire game. And not only that, the referees were trying to let them win that game. That freaking ticky-tack foul that they gave to Pascal Siakam when Alex Caruso, they said he was in the act of shooting. When he did that reaching foul, he wasn't even in the act of shooting, and so he had those three-point shot. Those 3 shots he had to make. Thankfully, he didn't make all 3 of them. He ended up missing it. He ended up only making 1. He was 1 or 2, and like I said, man, DeMar DeRozan's daughter, she was a big factor, especially being one of the only Bulls fans, to pretty much impact that game. That really definitely helped out. And the Chicago Bulls winning against the Toronto Raptors. And so, like I said, man, we smoking on this Raptors pack. Like I said. And all things good. Hopefully, we can bring that same type of intensity to Miami. When we face the Heat, Kyle Lowry is going to face DeMar DeRozan, his former teammate. It's going to be a matchup of the ages. 2 former Toronto Raptors. 2 of the biggest stars in Raptors history. Some of the biggest stars are the biggest components in Raptors history. DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, they're going to duke it out, and, man, I want to see that game. I probably might live stream that game. I probably might live stream that game, so stay tuned for that. Now, going on to the next topic, we're going to talk about the Chicago Bears discussing a trade with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I should have done this. I don't know why I didn't do this. But, yeah. Let's talk the Chicago Bears discussing a trade with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, like I said, the Chicago Bears met with the Pittsburgh Steelers this past Monday. And they were discussing about trading the number 9 pick in this overall 2023 NFL draft. Now, my thoughts on this is that I think Ryan Poles, he needs to be strategic in this plan of trading the number 9th pick, because let's say for instance, right? Let's say Anthony Richardson is there at is still for the taking at 8 or 9, or Jalen Carter, he's already taken. Jalen Carter or Paris Johnson Jr., because those are my two of the biggest blue chip players that the Bears are pretty much just looking at. Like I said, I made a video. You can go and check that out in my last sports hangout. Ryan Poles met with Jalen Carter, and they were discussing, about his mental health, where his head is at, because if you guys don't know, if you're living under a rock, Jalen Carter, he was involved in an accident that took the lives of 2 other people. And And when he came into the NFL draft, he was overweight. He was very slow. He was very sluggish. They ended up having to not drop all charges, but they ended up having to put him on, I think, a 90-day probation where he has to do like some community service or whatever because of his involvement in the accident. And so the Bears, they met up with him and they were just discussing where his mental was at, where his mental health was at. And I think that's very important because, I mean, granted, Jalen Carter, he's an exceptional talent, blue chip player. He can command double teams. He has that generational type of talent with that type of pass rush. The number of times he was generating QB pressure, he was a very big proponent into them winning that championship against TCU. And then also, who's that other team they beat? Who's that other team they beat? That other guy that he was very, very big proponent. So like going into this, hold on, guys. So like I said, going into this meeting, the Bears pretty much was just discussing with Jalen Carter about his mental health, where his head is at, and to see if he could kind of fit this philosophy, because the Bears, they definitely need a 3-tech, and he would definitely fit this team's 3-tech and what they definitely need. And so my thing is, as if I was a GM, I wouldn't know if I want to take a chance on a player like that in Jalen Carter, and being a 3-tech, because this draft is deep. Now, granted, yeah, he's a generation, great talent, but it is so deep, like with other great D tackles that could potentially fit this 3-tech. There's Adetoma Abuare from Northwestern University. There's Mozzie Smith from Michigan. Brian Brezzi, And the thing about with D tackles, they usually rotate. They rotate in and out of the lineup. My thing is, I would rather the Bears draft a right tackle because we definitely need to protect number one. We definitely need to protect number one in our quarterback. Justin Fields was sacked 55 times last year, the most out of any quarterback in the NFL league. And we got to do whatever we can to solidify that offensive line. And I think if we were to draft Paris Johnson Jr., because we already know offensive tackles, they play pretty much the entire game. They pretty much play the entire snaps of the entire game. They never move out. And we need somebody in that right tackle position who can pretty much just solidify that right tackle position and protect Justin Fields' right side. We already got Braxton Jones protecting his blind side. I think they should keep him there. I was even discussing with Charles about this. He thinks that, the Bears should put Paris Johnson Jr. or draft a veteran tackle. I don't think so. I think they should keep Braxton Jones over there because I think he was improving, throughout the season. He kind of got slow, but, he steadily improved throughout the season. And the fact that he started 16 games was pretty much a great accomplishment because he was a 5th-round pick coming out of Southern Utah, a very small school. They were losing a lot. They were a losing school. They were like 1-15. And the fact that Ryan Poles was able to identify the talent in Braxton Jones, I think that they should keep him there. And he was also even the PFWA All-Rookie. He was part of the PFWA All-Rookie team, first team. And not only that, he led the league. According to PFF, he was 5th and allowing a total of QB pressures, and his grade was above, like he was like in the middle toward toward the top. So he was like kind of in the middle area of tackles, left tackles, who were graded according to PFF. So he was in the middle of the pack, and he was even better than Orlando Brown Jr., who the Bears were even trying to consider signing. Better at him than and allowing less pressures and allowing less sacks compared to Orlando Brown Jr. So I think this kid, he definitely has the potential to be a franchise left tackle in this NFL. He has a lot of potential. But like I said, we definitely need to solidify that right tackle in this draft. And I think Paris Johnson Jr., he's got the size. He's 6'6", 313 pounds. He's got the athleticism. He's got the arm length. He's got over a 7-foot wingspan, so he could pretty much stop pass rushers from dipping, doing the swim move, or trying to pretty much just do like a speed rush, a bull rush. He could definitely stop that. But yeah, guys, I mean, we're going to have to figure out how this draft is going to play out. But if neither Paris Johnson Jr. or Jalen Carter are not there at number 9, yeah, then I think the Bears should trade down to 17 and see who is there, because this draft is deep. It's deep with defensive linemen and offensive tackle. But my thing is, if Jalen Carter, I said Jalen Johnson. I'm going to talk about Jalen Johnson's contract later on, so stay tuned for that in another episode, probably Saturday. But like I said, Jalen Carter, if Jalen Carter is not there, or if Paris Johnson Jr. is not there, then I think the Bears should trade down if I were Ryan Post. As much draft pick as you can from Pittsburgh. Make the team better all around Justin Fields. Surround him with more talent as much as you can. And, yeah, we'll just go from there. But anyway, guys, that's what I have. I'm over 20 minutes. And so I'm pretty much going to end this live. I don't see anybody here. There's nobody watching. But like I said, I kind of did this kind of abruptly, because usually I do my live. I usually have people who are over here. So I kind of have to do a better job and allowing people to know when I'm going to be doing a live. But like I said, guys, hopefully the Bears, makes this right decision. And whatever they do, if Jalen Carter or Paris Johnson Jr. is not there, I'll say trade down, and you can get a solid pick, because like I said, this draft is fully loaded with defensive linemen and offensive lineman tackle. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching my video, and make sure, like I said, to like and subscribe, and make sure to hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the NFL news and NBA news and all that spiel. But like I said, guys, this is your boy Kofi with KO Sports Talk, man, and I'm out. Peace out.
I was come from a different club. That's why I'm trying to make a better way. Whole new crib in a better place. Get my people out the hood, we'll see better days. Tell a fan sorry, y'all let them wait. Shit up there like a Saturday. Listen to me, how